Well, Sean Diddy Combs is facing more legal troubles.
Explosive allegations against Sean Diddy Combs. The latest accuser,
Former Danity Kane singer Dawn Richard, just filed a lawsuit against Diddy citing sexual battery.
Withheld her earnings and subjected her to inhumane working conditions, including being groped and assaulted.
Moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
Everyone continues after Diddy punches. How the music industry let Diddy get away with it may be the true outrage. Truth may make you mistrust Hollywood's elite. Diddy hitting Cassie altered everything for Usher. Usher speaks after years of silence. Discuss Dawn Richard's ludicrous Diddy lawsuit. The lawsuit is battering and scaring Diddy. He didn't sign Dawn with Danity Kane and corrupt money. His circle included her, and we know what happened to those girls. Diddy ruled early. Dawn kept quiet to avoid her contract. Dawn never spoke about Diddy's rants at her and Klena until she spilled beans about him losing his mind during rehearsals and making tea. The wildest assertion after a confrontation at a Saturday Night Live rehearsal with Diddy Dirty Money. He locked her in his car for 2 hours. Diddy went on a frenzy in front of the crew since Dawn and Klena weren't there, screaming and insulting. Diddy clenched his fist when Dawn told him to stop. Allegedly threatened Dawn's parents, family, and career. Dawn's big break turned into a nightmare in 2004. When she joined Diddy's band. Diddy rarely fed her, intimidated her, and never let her relax. Dawn reports Diddy called the female contestants fat and ugly and used every abuse, yet they practiced without food, sleep, or breaks until they collapsed. Dawn says wearing a mic pack 24/7 caused weight loss and rashes. Dawn claims Diddy owes her $1.2 million in royalties and $335,000 for tour profits. She endorsed Ciroc and Diddy Beats for free. Dawn claims Diddy made her strip to her underwear, called her lazy, unattractive, and criticized her body in front of his crew. Diddy grabbed her while she undressed for a fitting, spanked her, and joked that she was too slim. Imagine your supervisor explaining that Dawn was also stuck at Diddy's renowned freak-off parties, where anything went. Diddy tried her in front of everyone in the studio at these events, pushing boundaries she didn't want crossed. Diddy repeatedly pushed her over. Dawn attributes her low white blood cell count and arthralgia-ravaged joints to Diddy's incessant stress and pressure. Cassie sued Diddy for his degrading treatment, as we've seen on tape, but Dawn Richard's lawsuit revealed alarming information that made matters worse. Dawn said Diddy touched Cassie like nothing in front of everyone, which was startling. According to Richard, Diddy goes into the kitchen, curses Cassie, says you never do anything right, and tosses a hot skillet of eggs at her. Diddy chastised Cassie for miscooking eggs. Dawn wanted to jump in, but her bandmate Klena stopped her, warning her that Diddy was too hazardous, and that she shouldn't walk on his toes if that wasn't terrible enough. Diddy locked Dawn and Klena in a dimly lit studio room and told them to shut up about what they saw the next day. He called it a lover's argument, and said this is normal and what love is. Just in case that wasn't manipulative enough, he sent people missing. A direct threat. Dawn was scared, and who could blame her? Surveillance cameras showed Diddy kicking and dragging Cassie along a hallway, but Diddy tossed $50,000 at hotel workers to erase the evidence. From grabbing Cassie by the neck at a party to attacking her at a luxury industry dinner in front of Jimmy Iovine, Dawn's lawsuit reveals his dominance. Guy no-chill Dawn and Klena tried to assist Cassie leave Diddy, but Diddy threatened to kill her today and end humans. Dawn knew crossing Diddy was risky, but Diddy's violent behavior with Cassie was repeated in public. Dawn described another terrible dinner party event, where Diddy slapped Cassie in the stomach in front of Usher, Neo, and Jimmy Iovine. These people make or break careers, but they didn't say anything when Diddy allegedly abused Cassie. Cassie screamed in hurt, but everyone kept eating. Diddy's assistant Capricorn Clark quietly took Cassie out while the celebration proceeded. Dawn stated hearing Diddy attack Cassie in front of all these big names made her nervous. Can you picture working in a place where you're always on guard? Richard testimony depicts an industry where the powerful rule and everyone else suffers. This is a twisted game of see no evil, hear no evil. Yet these stars may have perpetuated abuse by remaining silent. When business executives remain silent, abusers can do whatever they want as long as they have enough power, leaving victims with a nightmare. Should Usher and Neo not speak, who will believe me? Recent stories have featured Usher, the Mutant, and more as Diddy faces a storm of litigation. Usher likely spent portion of his childhood at Diddy's taste camp, where young artists would train, collaborate, and purportedly experience the entertainment industry's wild side.
Moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
Imagine being young and surrounded by trash.
What were you
I
seeing?
went there to see the lifestyle,
Right.
And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild. It was,
So
it was
nobody
crazy.
tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I ain't say that.
Okay.
Given what's been revealed about Flavor Camp, Usher's silence is concerning. Bring-in witness Dawn also said she saw Diddy's ex-girlfriend Kim Porter leave his studio crying with facial and lip bruising. Besides Cassie, Diddy abused other women. Dawn claims Diddy lured teenage girls to drug-fueled parties, and you can imagine what transpired. His visitors mistreated these women, and guess what? To show his law enforcement influence, he recruited police officers to attend. He had the music industry and police in his pocket, so no one stopped him. In 2020, Dawn collaborated with Diddy on the Making the Band reboot and provided him Deliver Me for his Love album, which casts doubt on her integrity. What makes her desire to work with him? Dawn felt compelled to play nice since Diddy has been a music business gatekeeper for years. Dawn was probably just trying to survive the pandemic, even if it meant working with her wrongdoer. Klena, his bandmate, denied Dawn's claims. Klena claimed she and Dawn shared experiences but had different views. Elle clarifies that her testimony is personal and not universal. This action describes various professional circumstances I was in, yet many of the charges and incidents do not reflect my experiences or truth. Klena's "I'm staying out of this" card makes sense. Klena's husband, Tony Vick, is friends with Diddy. So it's a conflict of interest for her to openly support Dawn's lawsuit. But it's frustrating given Dawn once tried to assist her leave her violent relationship. Dawn's Diddy experiences may differ from Klena's, but they're still valid. Diddy dominates and controls. However, Diddy's empire grew, and he inked a $50 million Interscope agreement like nothing happened. The lawsuit claims that Diddy's success increased his ego, making him think he could do whatever he wanted since fame and money would protect him. The lawsuit involves Interscope. Geffen AM Records is also investigating, accusing them of allowing the assault while profiting from him. All these stories are revealing how Diddy's power and money have damaged the system, not just him. Some fans felt Diddy's death would expose the music industry, while others said his collaborators were named because they didn't say anything. You think? Comments in the next video provide more information.